We're live. Hey guys, it's Monday. I feel like it's Monday morning, but it's 1:45 p.m. It's like late afternoon on Monday.
I know, but I actually haven't even written my post yet. That's how much work that I've done so far. I had a sponsored post due yesterday, and literally I had to keep Liam home from school to do the sponsored post. So that's who I am. That's where my Monday is today.
Oh man,
Like, you can't go to school today because I was away in San Francisco and there's a deadline and it was due yesterday and I need you for 2 hours and this is horrible and I've never done this before, but I need you to stay home for 2 hours. And he was like, cool. He did not care. Like, he did not care.
What kid would? Well, maybe high school kids. William would care. Every other child would be horrified. Would be like in love, but William would be horrified.
He didn't care. He cared that I made him wear pants because, you know, do your kids not like wearing pants? Because Liam only wears shorts.
No, I've talked about this so many times. Like, my kids wear shorts year round.
Me too.
I'm like, you know, I stopped caring what people think because they aren't cold.
Yeah. Well, in the video, I wanted him to wear pants because I figured that was normal, a normal attire for October. But he was very upset that I didn't wear the only setback for Monday. Yeah, that was my morning. I haven't even begun working. I've been doing back work, so I haven't even like done real work today. I've been doing everything else.
I will say I kind of am the same way. I you know me, I like to go through my emails. I like to have them be at zero. We were in San Francisco with YouTube for the last we were there all day Friday, flew home Saturday, and yesterday I just really refused to be online. I think that, you know, as we both believe, Sundays are family days, and I hate watching my kids like this, even in the car. We've talked about this. I don't like people even on their phones in the car. You know, I mean, like, I just don't now. It's like, you know, I get what my husband says when he's talking to me and he's like, are you listening? Because I'm actually not. He's 100% correct.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm like, you know, so then this morning I woke up, there were like literally 750 emails. I just finished getting through them and it's 1:30. And so yeah, I feel it. Like, you know, the beauty is going away and doing stuff, and we were like having an awesome time. But on the same hand, it's one of those trips where you had to be focused. Like, you couldn't be working on your stuff and listening. You know, we were in YouTube. If you haven't followed along, we're on the YouTube parent panel for the YouTube Kids app, and they invite us out to San Francisco maybe twice a year. And they just put up an amazing line of speakers every time we're there. And the kind of speakers where you just are really tuned in. You're not doing dual stuff. Like, you know, you go to conferences and you're like listening, but you're not because you're doing work. And, you know, Vera and I were both 100% focused in. So, you know, being offline for really 2 full days, 3 really, kind of sets you back a little bit. So I kind of knew Monday would be catch-up day. You know, it is what it is.
For me, it's definitely going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I think it was beneficial for us because I always like to go and hear about where they are as far as like trends and where they think, you know, about moms in particular, women in particular. It's not really moms. I liked their perspective on 35 and older women and
yeah.
You know, they're really trying to make a push on that sort of content. And so while we didn't have a big focus on that discussion, it did sort of get talked about ever so slightly every now and then. Somebody would mention that. And that was very, you know, my ears would perk up every time somebody said that. And I would absorb it immediately. And I would say, okay, they're saying they do want to have more focus towards content from creators that look like me. And, you know, I should put a focus again on my channel with that vein. And, you know, so in a sense, even though we were there to talk about YouTube Kids, which made great strides this year, and they have a lot coming up on that, which we'll talk about later when they allow us to,
right.
I did enjoy getting that sense saying, okay, I am doing the right thing, focusing on women, focusing on my genre and you know, videos where it's at clearly. They said something like, I don't even know if we're allowed to share the statistics, so maybe I won't, but you know, an insane amount of video is uploaded every minute to YouTube, and if it's almost you can't even process the
Right.
amount of footage that is uploaded per minute and viewed per minute.
Yeah.
It's almost, you almost can't even handle it. Like you're going, how am I not part of this? As a creator, as a storyteller, how could I not be part of this? And so
Right.
sort of left very you know, re-inspired. It's always inspiring. And then, you know, we've done video always. I mean, we've been doing video for 11 years, but we always leave and we're like, wow, like we're doing it again.
Like, because you know, there are a billion people on YouTube. So I remember I said to my husband yesterday, there's a billion people on YouTube.
Yeah.
I would like 0.01% of that.
Point oh 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 one.
Like,
Oh one.
like, you know, and I think the biggest thing is because I was chatting with one of the girls whose sole focus is YouTube. You know, I think very much like we think of YouTube as it's a search engine, obviously. And we think of YouTube like that. We have to. But, you know, she just had a really great point is that the reason why people come back to her channel, the most successful people on YouTube, it's because they're storytellers and they share a story, and it's not just hoping to kind of hit off of one thing. And I said to Matt yesterday, I'm like, you know, that was a really good piece of information to get because, you know, she's like, you know, I have people that, you know, really want to watch my videos every week. And how cool that must be for her, right? She has people, and her sister, and I forget the name of her sister's channel, but her sister is a huge earner on YouTube. Our kids would know her. I forget her name, and I'm embarrassed that I don't remember it, but I know Victoria watches her videos. And yes, that is the thing. Well, the keywords, yes, Vera had a little more insight on that, Linda, but it is the consistency. Like, you know, like some takeaways that I had just from being there and talking to some of the people, it is the consistency of a schedule. It isn't, you know, which we all know that, right? That's something that we all have kind of like known, but like to really stick to a consistent schedule. And I guess like, you know, I always want a secret to the sauce. And the secret to the sauce is there's no secret to the sauce. It's being uniquely you. It's what makes you different. And it's just truly sharing whatever it is that you want to share. And that was like, you know, the one big takeaway for me is like, okay, like, this is what I like to share. And I'm going to keep sharing that kind of stuff. So, but to Vera's point, we always leave feeling really inspired. YouTube is an incredible medium. I mean, it's an unbelievable medium. And with a billion people that watch your videos and you have the ability to be on their screens, it really is one of those things where it's like, why isn't everybody on YouTube? Like it's almost like you gotta yes.
I'm echoing. I'm echoing.
You're not are you echoing?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you're right. You have to, you got to try new stuff to find what works. And that's correct. And I think that if you are just solely trying to make viral videos, as I know Annie Wood talked before about the YouTube thing, that's not going to happen. Like, you know, you can't like, you know, I had a guy, I was at a conference last week and the guy had a viral video that went crazy, has had over like 5 million views. And he said, every time I work with a brand, they say to me, how can we want to repeat that exact success? And he said, you want to know the secret to having a video viral is catching lightning in a bottle. He goes,
Yeah.
It's literally catching lightning in a bottle. He goes, the funny thing is I woke up that morning at 7 a.m. I decided to shoot this video. It was about Rhode Island. He goes, by like 1 p.m., I had literally 500,000 views. He goes, so you just never, he goes, I didn't do anything. He goes, other videos I script out, I researched. This one I woke up, wrote it, and done exactly, Emily. They just happen.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't, and I guess we all know this, you know, you can't create for that viral video. You have to create content that like you're proud of, that you know is good for you, and that the people, like we're talking about this before too, diving deep and looking at your demographics on YouTube and knowing like, you know, at least who you want or who you have.
Yeah.
But
I mean, one of the greatest things that I learned on this whole entire trip, I haven't even talked to you yet about this, Audrey. I had like a 2-hour conversation with that girl, Sarah, and we became pretty like, it got like really deep. Like we talked about everything. Like we were talking about God for like 45 minutes. But, you know, she said something so powerful to me. She went viral 3 different times this year. She got picked up on 3 separate occasions. She's super talented, though. She has a very big craft and a skill. So she takes clothes that she gets from a thrift store, and she'll buy something for like